What is flood insurance? Flood insurance is a type of property insurance that covers a home for water damage, especially heavy or prolonged rain, melting snow, coastal storm surge, storm drainage system closed, or because of flooding caused by dam failure levee. In many places, a flood is considered a bigger than event, and if you do not get extra insurance, you are exposed to the damage of catastrophe caused by it. How flood insurance works. Destruction is different from a flood insurance policy. The primary risk insurance coverage insurance policy, homeowner insurance. The standard homeowners insurance covers damage to the internal water, saying pipe burst or climatic event such as storm and rainstorm. However, it does not usually cover the loss or damage caused by the flood waters. Property owners who live in an area affected by this type of natural disaster usually need special coverage. Flood insurance basically works just like other insurance products. The insured, home or property owner, pays an annual premium based on the risk of flooding, the property, and that selection deduction. If the property or its contents are damaged or destroyed by flooding due to an external event, rain, snow, storm, collapse, or failed infrastructure, the homeowner should repair the damage and rebuild the structure. Receives a cash for required amount to the extent of policy. Contrary to the standard homeowners policy, flood insurance requires policyholders to purchase separate policies to cover housing and its contents. If backups are not caused by rising flood waters, a separate coverage rider is needed to cover the sewage backup. The National Flood Insurance Program. The National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP), administered by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, offers flood insurance to homeowners in participating communities, including those living in NFIP designated flood plans are committed to. The actual insurance policies are issued by private insurance companies, not by the NFIP or FEMA. Together with NFIP, the Federal Emergency Management Agency works to keep up-to-date maps of flood-prone areas in the United States, the areas most prone of flooding. FEMA has worked to update the zones as they change with the severity of the weather. The zones are broken up into subsections for rating purposes. Properties located in zones B, C, and X have moderate to low flood risk. Low risk means less than a 1% chance of annual flooding. Properties located in zone designated with A are considered high risk, with the potential floodwaters rising and the estimate rates of events during the 30 years mortgage, they have further broken down. The properties that occupy the B positions are similar to the properties located in zone These are high-risk areas along the coast. Some homeowners may be surprised to find themselves in Zone D, which indicates that the area has just to make a decision. Flood zone maps are constantly being reviewed. In 2008, the maps were updated for the first time in 23 years to adjust to changing weather patterns and artificial changes in the environment such as dams and levees. The cost of flood insurance. NFIP manages the cost of flood insurance policies, and the cost will not vary between SUS. If you live in a flood zone or NFIP participating community, an NFIP insurance agent can help you find one. Your agent will look at things like the location and structure of your home to determine the cost of your policy, how close it is to the body of water and its height, as well as the type of coverage, cost of alternative cost, or the actual price you have chosen. Factors such as flood zone determination, age of property, and number of floors can affect prices. A preferential risk policy, low-cost flood insurance policy, provides both building and materials coverage for properties in moderately low-risk areas at a cost. As a result, annual premium can vary widely. With NFIP policies, there is a maximum of $250,000 building coverage and $100,000 material coverage for residential structure. The business has a maximum of $500,000 for buildings coverage and $500,000 for material coverage. Of course, you can always get coverage on your own, especially if you want to insure your property for hefty sum. However, additional coverage rates will not be regulated.